Message. Not the best of breaks there, though.
There's two ways to execute a cut break. Generally speaking, that's a 3/4 ball hit medium hard with body action, or cutting it a little more, spinning the cue ball, just like Mika Immonen did. It's more like a soft medium hit. And I think the latter is harder to execute consistently. He has a shot on the one, and he has Efren as an opponent. Does he want to get involved into a safety battle? He did win the last one. Makes a world of difference how close you position that cue ball behind the blocking ball. I don't think Efren has a route in between the rail and the 4-ball. He's massaying into the rail. What a shot. Great shot. Actually, I must say it is a great shot, but the rail in this case helps. It makes it easier for that cue ball to hook towards that 1-ball.
Well, they call him the magician, and we've just seen one of his tricks.
Looking at a containing safety, at least the object ball safe and maybe the bonus. A 2-rail escape over the right side of the table for Efren. He's favorite to hit the 1-ball, but of course he would like to play a resave to make something happen here. Travel towards the 4. Wow, what a shot by Efren. He chose a more difficult path, 1 rail, but with a bigger probability of getting lucky. That's what he always says. I got lucky, but the more I practice, the luckier I get.
Nearly. But the cue ball jarring in the jaws of that top pocket has really helped Efren Reyes. Really helped. His tactical mastery and ability to see a shot that no one else can, I think, is unparalleled. There, though, fortune helped.
Yeah, beautiful. You can't beat that. A big miss there by Mika. It was not an easy shot. You'd expect him to make it.
Yes, especially after the momentum gain from that one. And so Reyes should have the simplest of propositions to run out and make it 2-1. We were talking about the World Cup of Pool right at the start of this match, of course, Alex. Efren Reyes and Francisco Bustamante won the inaugural World Cup of Pool, and their popularity in their native Philippines knows no bounds. Put the shoulder into that, not exactly technically textbook, but it worked.
It's not a jury sport.
It sure isn't, but there, Efren Reyes found guilty of pulling a rack back. He trails 2-1.
好，我们看到现在是轮到了 Reyes 的冲球。
好，冲球有球进啊！这次好像不进则已，一进大家都一起进了啊！一二都进了，然后3号球哇就在母球的前面，太好了啊！
哇，进了好像3个球啊！我们看到6号球进了，2号球进了。
对，1号球进中袋啊，这个就是这个1号球进中袋啊，就是他们这些选手啊，这个选择了这个袅袅冲的一个最大的原因啊，这个。因为由于这个一号球啊比较靠近球台的中央，所以说呢啊进中袋就更容易了啊，比原来的原点要进中袋就更容易了。
好，4号球，
哎，拉杆啊，这个拉杆走了这个3颗星上去啊。好，这个球以这个5号球的角度来看的话，必须在拉杆啊，左塞拉杆2颗星走到7号球的左边啊。好，拉杆2颗星弹上来。好，继续再拉杆回去。1颗星弹出来，哎，哇，角度做那么大，哇，会不会有什么意外？好，这个球可能必须要走母球可能要走2颗星了啊。这不管打哪个袋都要走，可能都要走2颗星了。用推杆的方式，好，我们看到下左塞啊，下左塞推杆，好，没问题啊，下左塞推杆走了3颗星，弹了下来，再多走一点点，好，保左下角底袋，好，看看有没有什么特殊的打法。好，球杆还够得到啊，所以说不需要特殊的打法。我们在过去曾经看到他把这个球杆放。
接花式撞球大师赛这场8强的比赛。
Rack 6 from race to break, leading 3 racks to 2.
Last break of Efren, he made 2 balls, but no third ball crossed the line. He needs to add some speed. Okay, this is a legal break. And a perfect shot on a 1. This should be a rack point for Efren. Could be a good rack for him to gain momentum, to pick up some rhythm.
He's playing in England for the first time since 2006. And right now, a marginal favourite, you would say, to make a winning return. He's never won this World Masters title, one of the few big events missing from his CV. But compatriots do have their names on the trophy. Francisco Bustamante in 1998 and again in 2001. And Dennis Acolo in Las Vegas in 2010. You can't keep a champion down.
You do.
I'll bet you breakfast the 6 goes.
Here we go. The 6 is the wing ball.
I'll
It's
bet
on the left-hand
I'll tell you what,
side.
I'll lay you 2 breakfasts to 1. No, I'll tell you, that's about the percentage. It's been going 8 out of 10 times. and maybe the 1 in the side also. Oh, we made the 1 in the side anyway. The 6 missed by a hair, but I was wrong. But look at the way they stopped.
Okay, very quickly, you can see that the 3 is in the open near the lower right-hand corner. The 4 is up table, adjacent to the cue ball. The 5 ball is to the right of the foot spot. The 6 is near the left-hand rail, near the side pocket. The 7 is underneath the black 8. So from the 6 to the 7 is a little bit of a problem. And also from the 5 to the 6. So therefore, he's going to have to come up with a good angle on the 5. Now he's looking to see if the 5 will pass the 7, because that's the pocket he would like to play position for the 5.
Yeah.
If he plays position for that corner pocket, then he can go around the table freely without having to go into the possible interfering 7 ball. So therefore, he's going to play position for the 5 in the lower left-hand corner.
And actually, once he moves the 5, falling on the 7 is an easier shot, because he most successful pool players ever, financially.
Okay, now this is kind of interesting. He's rather flat on the 5. He's going to end up shooting the 6 in the upper left-hand corner, but he must come up with an angle. Now he's going underneath it with the cue ball, which indicates, or at least tells me, that no, he's not going to play position for the 6 in the upper left-hand corner. He's looking to play position for the 6 in the lower left-hand corner. That could be a problem. He's really not comfortable with this, Danny.
No, he got funny. He'd be all right here if he could make this and sit right on that side rail. He'll have an angle to get to the 7, if he goes that way, which he did. See it? Now he's fine.
Now that's where I thought he should have gone to begin with. He wasn't really comfortable with that, so he took a look at the other possibility and ended up shooting this one here, which I feel he made the correct decision, particularly now the way he laid on the 6. Very nicely executed, nicely run out. It was a nice run out on this particular rack.
Right.
Very nicely run.
Yeah, there's not any problem here. And you know, and Mika could start thinking about last rack when he missed. You know, it's all you have to do with someone like Efren is make one mistake and you're way in the hole.
Particularly after he pocketed the 1 in the side, because that ball he's playing. So therefore, if he has the good feel pocketing the 1 on the side, Mika may not have too many appearances at the table, considering that if Reyes is pocketing the 1 on the side, he's going to have that opportunity that he wants to run the balls. That's rack number 2. It also goes Efren.
Barracks, Jamie Barracks. And the reason I didn't know the name that well is he's a new player. I never heard of him really, but he's in the Final 4. So that's the winner of that table plays the winner of this table.
Keep in mind, this is a very short race to 7, and the difference in playability is actually the difference in the quality of play between these two players is very little when you're playing 9-ball, particularly in a short race to 7. Now, Reyes is considered the best player in the world today, but Mika Immonen isn't far behind.
Well, he was ranked number 1 one particular year. But here, the big thing about this short race is balls go on to break on this table. And when you break from the left side, the left corner ball goes in this left pocket and vice versa. So I expect them, whoever breaks is going to have a chance to run out.
Well, it was really important for Mika to jump out of the gate quickly. He had a good opportunity in rack number 1, as you just saw, but was unable to put down the 1-5 combination. Now, Reyes steps to the table. All balls are in the open. And Danny, you know as well as anyone, when all balls are in the open and Mr. Reyes is at the table, he takes care of business.
Yeah, you should have the rack in your hand ready to play the next game, especially the way they're sitting. You know, this is pretty easy layout. He's got, if you want to call it a trouble spot, it's right now. The 1 to the 2 might be the only chance to go straight, and that's easy.
He followed the cue ball, 2 cushions out of the corner for position for the 2. The 3 balls positioned on the same rail as the 2. Therefore, he may have to end up taking a little longer shot on the 3 than he wanted to, but shouldn't present much of a problem. Now, keep in mind, these are very small pockets. Now, the angle that he's going to be shooting this 3 from is a difficult angle, so he has to hit this shot cleanly.
Yeah, this looks like the only problem, and I figure him to make this.
Notice he took a little extra time in preparation and shooting that shot. Now, that shot's over, and I'm certainly sure he's glad that's over because that was the tough shot in this rack.
Yeah. I see no problems here, especially Efren Reyes. Sometimes, look at this. Man, he hit that a little fuller. He could have been snookered. But then he would have kicked it in some way anyway.
Now, he has a little bit of a problem because he's laying rather awkwardly on the 6. He may have to go around the 9 because trying to control the cue ball where the 6 is right now may be a problem. That's what he's going to do. He's going around the 9, traveling a little extra with the cue ball, but a fair trade-off, has a better shot on the 8.
Yeah, he's sitting pretty good here. Just have to make the ball and draw back a little. Shoot the spot shot. Well, he went forward. He had a little angle. He wanted to get close as he can to the 9, which you always try to do.
First shot on the 9 in this match isn't really considered an easy one, but he should handle it.
Well, Efren takes 1-0 lead. I'm curious to see where he...
Profit. And this also works as a booster of confidence. If you know that you have figured out the break and the speed and that you will be getting shots, that gives a lot of confidence. Add to that Efren Reyes not getting position on the first shot after the break a couple of times. The 4 and 7, good place to hide behind. Doesn't need to attack from here.
And the 8 comes into the equation also.
He did it. I think he did it.
Well, from Immonen's body language and that of Reyes, I don't think the snooker is there. I think Immonen can get through to the 2-ball. Just thinking, you know, as Reyes went back to his chair there, it's impossible to calculate how many racks of pool he must have played in his life. He must have come across virtually every eventuality and then played in some extraordinary venues, both in tournaments and for hard cash. What a story he could tell. And after that, he might be playing for a while longer here in Barnsley. The 3 will pot. It's tough, but it goes.
Intriguing choice of shot by Immonen. He had a straight shot on the 2, could have played a draw shot to leave himself straight on the 3, which seemed to pass the 9 ball. Never threatened to the pocket, Efren Reyes. And that is the harsh part, that with age his B game is weakening. But now and then, once and again, he can still bring his A game. So it's very tough for him, I suspect, to accept the lack of consistency.
Yes, Reyes falling victim to exactly the same thing that snooker players find themselves falling victim to as they get older. Even the very best, their potting from distance and also their ability to concentrate for sustained periods declines. People assume that pool players and aging snooker players aren't so successful as the years go by because of deteriorating eyesight. It is a factor, but I think more important, the ability or the lack of ability to concentrate, and the fact that the pots go astray. Plus, of course, you pick up more and more mental scar tissue.
So here we have it. Efren now needing a lot of action on the cue ball over distance. He cannot play it with topspin, it will kill the cue ball there. Oh, did he make that look easy? He cheated the pocket there, pocketing the 3-ball in the side of the pocket, thereby creating an angle and enabling him to hit it with stun draw, and a lot of left hand side.
All of those hours and hours of playing as a youngster, a teenager, then in his prime, and now when he's regarded as a grand old master of the game. And regardless of the result here, it's great to see him back on British shores.
Using his stroke not to force the angle, but to control the angle. Top players leave angles. They try to avoid the position like this. Immonen had a shot for the match. It was that long cut on the 3-ball, which he mishit. So after all the mistakes, it will be 7-6.
That's right, and make no mistake.
我们看到这个9号球是排在这个 foot spots 啊，也就是这个腿点啊。那1号球就是蛮靠近这个球台的中央啊，这是一个这个在过去从来没有尝试过的一个排球法。所以说我们看到这个米卡伊莫尼冲球冲得很轻啊，还是维持他在这个世界杯的一个冲球的方法，但是这一次是大失所望，没有球进。
而且1号球呢就放了像在右上角的底带。
好，再看一次啊，我们仔细看这个9号球啊，刚刚好在这个我们平常三角框的尖端啊，所以说1号球已经跑到了这个靠近球台的中央了。
这比赛是采取抢7局制啊。
好，那么现在2号球啊，可能要来一个中杆推杆啊，推一点点啊，推个差不多5公分左右，来做这个3号球的中带。好，我们看啊，一个中杆推杆啊，母球刚刚好往前走了5公分啊，相当的漂亮。那么为什么要往前走5公分呢？啊，这样子的话，做3号球，打3号球才可以很顺利的来做到4号球啊。好，我们看它往前推啊，往前推的话呢，大概就是要推下来了啊，推到台边啊，来做5号球。好，推到台边下来啊，弹一点点上来。好，那么6号球当然是来做另外一边的底带。好，6号球做了一个大角度的球啊，这样子的话。好，这个薄球啊，看看是走1颗星或者2颗星啊。这个7号球做上方的底带。好，我们看拉杆走了2颗星啊。当然呢，这个走1颗星或者2颗星啊，这个完全要靠你刹车的这个能耐啊来决定啊。如果说你认为说这个球太薄了啊，这个直接走1颗星刹不了车，那你就必须要走2颗星了。好，横台啊，力道控制得非常好啊，做到了9号球。所以我们看到这个 Efren 打球啊，这个速度非常的流畅啊。当然啦，这个一方面当然也是信心的问题啊，一方面也就是这个对这个整个啊这个环 Reyes
here, and I have watched a few, And it's the corner. I say the 8 goes in the right-hand corner pocket. Straight in.
Notice the 1 on the side.
Right.
That's the ball.
Both of those been going.
But that's the ball he's going to get paid off for, the 1 on the side. Fortunately for Immonen, the 2 ball found a position but behind the orange 5, not allowing Reyes at the table with an offensive shot. He has to look elsewhere.
I think he's going to try to fan the 2 and put him behind the 9. He's got a good safe there, and he's got such good cue ball control.
That's
what he's doing.
Excellent observation, and
Yeah.
you hit it right on the head when you said he's got great cue ball control.
And I've been talking for days about when you're going to snooker a guy, it's way bigger if you freeze the guy on the ball you're snookering him with, because it takes away a whole bunch of kicks.
Now, that's the strength of being able to pocket balls on the break, and I said a little earlier that if he's pocketing the 1 on the side with regularity, then he has control of the table. When you give Efren Reyes control of the table, it doesn't much matter if the ball's laying well or not. He's going to figure out a way to win the game.
You know what he's got here, Billy? I don't know if he knows it himself. He's got that trick shot where you shoot into the rail and hop over the 9. You see it, the side rail? I don't know if he's going to hit it anyway. You know the shot I'm talking about?
I mean, he's going to elevate, hit the side rail.
Elevate a little, hit the side rail, goes right over the 9, and you got a chance to make the 2.
Well, you know, you're a very, very creative man, and a very creative player. And the more I look at the situation, the more I have the tendency to agree with that.
Yeah.
If he elevates over the 9, shooting the cue ball into the right side rail, the cue ball will then jump over the 9 and hit the 2. A very, very low percentage shot, but he may not have anything else.
No, it's a low percentage, but it's going to be lower percentage to do anything other than that and hit the 2. And you know, in this spot, if he had any possibilities at all, when I say there's an impossible kick or near impossible kick, tie up balls if you can, but he's not in that position.
Well, unfortunately, Reyes has actually frozen the cue ball solidly against the 9, actually precluding him from tying up any balls because the only 2 balls that he can see are the 9 and the 3. And I don't believe he can tie up either one of those 2. So therefore, he has to do something. Now look, he's going to shoot your shot.
Well, I hope so, because he's supposed to know the shot.
Or he
Well,
may,
you got to have it in your repertoire, you know, for this particular situation. Well, if he elevates too much,
now what he wants to do, he wants to hit the rail and bend it.
he's elevating too much.
No, he wants to hit the rail and bend it, Danny.
He's
not
going to go
hopping.
past it. He's mad
Right,
saying
he's
it.
bending.
I see.
See, he's bending it.
Yeah.
So
no
therefore,
good.
he didn't recognize the shot that you did.
No,
But he did have a legitimate shot at bending it, but he wasn't able to do it. Reyes now has ball in hand. Balls are open once again. 3 ball near the lower right-hand corner. 4 ball adjacent from the side pocket. 5 ball in the open in the center, near the center of the table. 6 near the side pocket. 7, 9. Shouldn't be any problem for Reyes.
You see how close he got to the 3? When you're playing out there, trying to get close when you can get a chance to do that. You know, you could be a foot more away, but if you got a chance to get close, do it if it's not affecting pocketing.
Now he's going to go around table again here. 1, 2, 3 cushions. He's going to get close to the 5, and he's going to go toward the 5 in line. That's why he played position like that.
He's got to draw it back a few feet and get straight in. No, you don't have to. You just stop and shooting it in the corner. Yeah, don't do more work than you have to.
Well, particularly if you feel good about your ball pocketing.
Yeah.
You know, if you can pocket balls, you're comfortable with your ability to pocket balls, then you play position for the corner more often. And I feel that if once you do that, I think that your run-out percentage goes way up because when you move the cue ball.
And, you know, over the years, we've seen Efren play real well.
Right.
Right? But when he gets in this kind of gear, it looks like he's never going to miss. I'm sorry, I cut in on you. Go ahead.
这个年年